So at Dropship Lifestyle, I teach you how to build a lifestyle business. And as Wikipedia defines it, a lifestyle business is a business set up and run by its founders primarily with the aim of sustaining a particular level of income and no more, or to provide the foundation from which to enjoy a particular lifestyle. So kind of loaded there, because what's the lifestyle you want, right? And people do generally understand that concept though, because everybody wants something else out of life, whether it's more time, whether it's more money, whether it's $100,000, $1 million, 10 million, people want different things. They want different lifestyles. But then the question becomes, with Dropship Lifestyle and the Dropship Lifestyle model, how much time do you actually have to put in to build a lifestyle business using this model? And there's a couple of reasons why that's tough to answer. The first is because it's just illegal to make any income claims, and I don't want to go to jail, so I can't tell you it's going to take you X amount of time to make X amount of dollars. And honestly, even if it wasn't illegal and if I could just say whatever I wanted, the truth is the time it takes one person to get results could be drastically different than somebody else. That could be because of previous experience. That could be because of work ethic. That could be because of bad timing or life circumstances or a million other combinations of reasons. But what I can say is with Dropship Lifestyle, we have a 21-day launch plan. We give it to members of our community at Dropship Lifestyle with the goal of having them be up and running and ready to make sales in only 21 days. And the good news is that's not 21 days of waking up at 4 a.m. and working till, 2 in the morning. That's with putting in a few hours a day. So yes, realistically, I think there's no reason why anybody, even if you're brand new, cannot start a dropshipping business that can get sales within only 21 days. Again, putting in a few hours of work per day. So in this video, I'm going to explain how those 21 days are broken up and kind of where I think you should put your time each day to, again, be ready to go and start your own dropshipping business that's ready to make sales in only 21 days. So let's get into it in today's episode of Dropship Weekly. So days 1 and 2 are all about niche selection. And what I want you to do is make a list. Honestly, this could be like in your phone, in a notes app. I use Google Sheets, but I want you to make a list of 50 possible niches that you can sell in. Now, key point here is they should meet my niche selection criteria. If you're not familiar with that, I will post a link to different resources I've made about that. But quick overview, price point has to be right. They have to sell to the right type of demographic, and there cannot be brand loyalty. But again, I want you to brainstorm 50 ideas. And yes, I really want you to take 2 days for this. Okay, because again, I'm assuming you're gonna do this a couple hours a day, and there's a ton of ways to get ideas. You can look around your house, you can go to a shopping mall and just look at different items in different stores, or different items in the middle of the mall. And I mean, there's opportunity everywhere. Maybe you're walking in and you see a car drive by with huge rims on it, and you think, you know what, that's something that might work. Let me look into that. But at this point in the beginning, again, the goal is just to get these ideas onto paper or into your phone or onto a Google Sheet, have 50 of them, and spend 2 days working on that. Now, what we're gonna do on days 3, 4, and 5 is what I refer to as market research. And what we're doing here is taking that list that we just put together, and we're putting each of them through a series of tests to see, do these actually make sense? Is this actually a good opportunity? Because remember, in the beginning, it's just getting those ideas out and having them listed. Now we're diving deeper. So we're looking into things like demand. We're looking into things like, can we find at least 20 possible suppliers? We're looking into things like, really, how much competition is there? And of course, there's gonna be competition, but is this something that's just like, there's a few brands and everybody sells the same stuff? Because if it is, it's not gonna pass our tests. So those days, again, 3, 4, and 5, you're doing your market research and you're making sure that when you actually pick one out of those 50, because you're not gonna sell them all, you're making sure that when you pick one, you're giving yourself the best chance. And this is also why, I don't recommend thinking of like 3 ideas and picking one, because if you have 3 options to choose from, or you have 50, chances are if you have 50, you're gonna have, a better chance of finding one that is better, right? Give yourself more opportunity. So on days 3, 4, and 5, when you're doing that research, you can actually have a better chance of finding a winner. And don't think there's any limit to this, like how many you can find. I have lists of thousands and thousands and thousands of niche ideas. And it's something that as you get comfortable, looking for, and as you kind of get an eye for, you will literally see opportunity everywhere. Now, what I want you to do on the end of day 5 is actually choose which niche you're going to proceed with. Okay, keep your list, but pick one, and that's going to be yours. And then on days 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you are going to be building your website. Yes, I want you to spend 5 days doing this because guess what? If you've never built a website before, it's going to be painful. There's going to be a learning curve, even if you're going through my Dropship Blueprint, which, by the way, if you're not part of Dropship Lifestyle, go to dropshiplifestyle.com/webinar. I have a free training there. It's about 2.5 hours long, and I tell you how you can get involved with my program at a good discount. So dropshiplifestyle.com/webinar. But again, days 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you are building your website. You're signing up for Shopify, okay? Shopify.com/dropshiplifestyle. You're going there, you're making your account. You're setting up your content pages. So your about us, your privacy policy, your shipping and returns. You're uploading what I call demo products. So you have a few things on your store that your future suppliers can see. You are going through and doing things like uploading a image to your homepage. You're creating your email address at yourstore.com so it looks professional. You're making it so that, honestly, if somebody went to it, they would think, oh, this is a nice looking website, right? You're not just throwing together some crap, but you're spending 5 days, again, a few hours a day, getting comfortable in the Shopify ecosystem and building a website that's presentable that you would be proud to show somebody else. Now, what I want you to do at the end of day 10 is remove the password from your Shopify store. The way it works when you first make an account with them is they have it locked behind a password. So if somebody goes to your URL, they can't see it. And that's because they know you're going to be building and it's not going to be ready for the public. But by the end of day 10, it should be ready for the public, and you should remove that password and have it so everybody in the world can see it. And the reason you're doing that is because days 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, again, 5 days for this as well, you are going to be reaching out to suppliers so that you can actually have real products to sell. And the reason we build the website first is because the suppliers are going to want to see it, right? You can't just call them and say, hey, I'm thinking about selling, tripods. Can I sell your stuff online? They're going to say, okay, where are you calling from? And if you say, well, I don't have a website, I'm thinking about building one, they're going to say, sorry, we're not working with anybody right now. So we call them after this, right? In days 11 through 15, we have these conversations. We tell them who we are, where they're calling from. We tell them why we would like to sell their products. We tell them what we know about their company. And what we're doing is trying to get them to send us applications so that we can legitimately sell their products. Now, what we do is as soon as they send those applications, we're filling them out, we're sending them right back, right? As soon as anybody, agrees, then boom, then we stop making calls, we start working with the people who we can work with. And what we do is try to get our first 5 approvals by day 15. So hopefully you have at least 20 different companies you're reaching out to, but you want at least 5 of them on board within 15 days. Again, paperwork signed, you want to get back from them product photos, descriptions, pricing, all those things you're going to need to upload those products to your website. So again, by day 15, you want 5 supplier approvals. And the reason that's so important is because days 16, 17, and 18 are all about optimizing your website for conversions. At this point, nobody has been able to buy from it. You don't have real products for sale. So what you're doing on these days, 16, 17, and 18, are uploading those products from the 5 suppliers you got approved with. You're enabling Shopify payments so people can actually buy. You're removing the demo products that you had. And really what's so important is you're going through every page of your website and triple checking it. Make sure your checkout process works. Make sure when somebody clicks the Contact Us button on your webpage, it goes to the Contact Us page. Make sure all the links that you had put on back when you built your website actually work. And you'd be surprised how many people just never do this. And it's really ridiculous because even though these businesses are simple to build, they are real businesses. And the way I can kind of compare this to something in the real world is, let's just say, somebody was opening like a pet supply store down the block from your house and you wanted to go and buy dog food or something. And, they opened, right? Like they said open on the door and you walked in, but the register didn't work. So they couldn't accept credit cards. And there were 3 aisles of products that were completely empty. And they had, nobody in there to answer your questions about why nothing worked. And how long would that business last, right? And it's funny because people build their websites like that because they think like, oh, this is just the internet, so I don't have to, put care into anything, but you do. So in these days, again, 16, 17, and 18, you're uploading products, you're setting up Shopify payments so you can accept money, and you're checking everything just like a real store owner would do before their grand opening, right? You're getting it ready for the grand opening day. Now, that's because days 19, 20, and 21, this is when you're actually getting people to find you. First thing first, get Google Analytics on your website, enable e-commerce for analytics so you can actually know where sales are coming from when people buy. Then you're setting up a Google Ads account, and you're setting up your first Google Shopping campaign. You're also setting up your Facebook ads account, and you're making sure that the Facebook pixel is on your website, and you're setting up a very, very simple Facebook campaign for remarketing using dynamic product ads. What this means is now you're gonna have the two probably most profitable campaigns you could have, one in Google and one in Facebook. The Google is in Google Shopping, and then people are gonna find you. They're not all gonna buy right away, unfortunately, but they're gonna go on Facebook, and you're gonna have your Facebook dynamic product ads set up so that people come back to your website and can buy. Now, listen, that's 21 days, that's a few hours a day. I don't care if all you can do on the computer is send an email right now, if you're not technical at all, because I'm not either. You can figure that out. You can get that working. Does it mean you're done and you're set for life? No. It means you now have your foundation. It means you actually can get visitors and sales and be profitable. But now you get into building mode where you're going back, you're adding more suppliers, you're adding more traffic channels, you're optimizing your website even more, you're optimizing your Google campaign, maybe you're adding in more Facebook campaigns, but you don't need all that from the beginning. If you want to know how long does it take to build a dropshipping business, the answer is you could definitely do it in 21 days, working only a few hours a day, even if you have no experience. Now, obviously, the whole process is a lot easier if you're learning from somebody that has experience, that's giving you templates, that's giving you their model, and that is exactly what I give at Dropship Lifestyle. So if you're not a member yet, again, go to dropshiplifestyle.com/webinar. The page looks like this. You can get registered there for a free training. It's about 2.5 hours long. And at the end, I show you how you can get enrolled in Dropship Lifestyle for a really, really good price. Plus, get live monthly coaching calls with me in small group settings where I can answer any of your questions in detail. And really, if you're watching this because you're not sure if dropshipping is the right model for you yet, but you do want to build a lifestyle business, this really is, in my opinion, the best lifestyle business there is. There's a few reasons. One is just the flexibility. Like, you can run these businesses from anywhere. I lived in Southeast Asia for years, in Thailand, in Vietnam, just all over there. I've traveled like nonstop for the better part of a decade, and I've done it because I work online with these businesses. Also, it's super inexpensive. You can get started for like a couple $100. I'll link to a video I've done on that as well. It's easy to start. Again, follow a system. It's not rocket science. It's just work. So if you have a good work ethic, there's no reason why you can't succeed. If you're lazy, then guess what? Nothing's going to work. And also, again, like with our community, I'm going to keep talking about it because it is the best. We were voted best e-commerce course by Shopify for a reason. A lot of supportive people all around you when you're part of Dropship Lifestyle, whether it's me, the team, our coaches, and other members. We're all here to help celebrate each other's success, and hopefully you want to be a part of that. If you do, go to dropshiplifestyle.com/webinar, get enrolled, and I will see you in Dropship Lifestyle. And as always, if you got value from this video, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below to let me know what your biggest takeaways were. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate you, and I'll see you next week in Dropship Weekly.